All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call Layim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, root teach well, Wabarakathum, unto the hopeful elect. You see, today, going to a quick video. From this is one of the talking points that Bishop Nathaniel went off on. That's not my place to speak on anything he said or anything like that, or him as a person, but just one of the talking points of the kingdom, how the kingdom is going to work. Now, when the Lord sets up the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai, like whenever the kingdom of the Lord is set up, it's not going to fall. Nobody's going to rise up against it, because all the time period of the nations and everybody rising up against the kingdom is going to be done here. But after that, we're going to inherit the new covenant, and under the new covenant, when we're able to keep the law, statutes, and commandments 100%, we won't have to worry about no nations coming against us. We won't have to worry about anything. Everything is going to be at peace. Even with the other nations, it's gonna place everything back in order, the way it was supposed to be from the beginning, for there to be the Son of God reigning over everybody else, and then everybody else falling in line. But first, it's gonna start with that 1,000-year period of the nation of Israel and Yahweh Shai subjecting those nations and putting establishing righteousness back on the planet Earth. Then after that, that's when we're gonna see these other nations, be living at peace. But it's gonna start with that 1,000-year period, and that's what that's going into. And after we subject them, they're gonna stay subjected. They're gonna be good. But this is Psalms 145 and verse 13. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. You see? So that's the kingdom. Let's go into the word kingdom real quick. Because kingdom goes into dominion. All right, malakwath. You see? Ma-la. So it's malak, and then wath. All right. And it says right here, royalty, royal power, reign, sovereign power. You see? So we're never going to, our power is never, or our royal power is never going to be challenged. That dominion is going to stand, and nobody's going to come against it. Because why not? Well, what does the scripture say? We're going to be blessed whenever we go back into the law, statutes, and commandments, and we start keeping it 100%. We're going to be blessed everywhere we go. So everything we do, the Lord's going to be with it. So no nation is going to be able to come against us. You see? Let's go here. Let's read it. Because under the new covenant, we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments inside of our inward parts, which means that we're going to partake in the first portion of Deuteronomy 28. This is Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to read verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh Bashem Shai, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh Bashem Shai, thy power, will set thee high above all nations upon the earth. Read verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai. So right now, we can only do that to a certain level because we're in these flesh, these bodies. But once we're in our new bodies, which Yahweh Shai is going to change us, and we had a loss in our inward parts, we're going to be able to observe, to do the voice of the Lord 100%, to do all his law, statutes, and commandments all the way. So that's going to make us fulfill being high above all the nations. And what else? Blessings are going to overtake us. All right. So let's jump down and let's go right here. This is Deuteronomy 28. We're going to start at we're going to get verse 7, and we're going to jump down. All right. It says, Yahweh Bashem Shai shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. You see, now the Lord had this happen in other accounts. But guess what? In that 1,000-year period, we're gonna subject the hell out of these nations, and they're gonna they're gonna be smitten all types of ways. So we're gonna beat that raising up against them, that ultimately, like Esau did to us. Esau beat that trying to raise up against them out of the nation, out of the southern kingdom and the rest of the tribes. We're going to do that to these nations, and they're never going to try and rise up against us. All right. They're going to know that they don't stand a chance from what happened before in 1,000 years. And also what's going to happen when the men come off the chariots. Okay, let's go down to verse 9. Yahweh Bashem Shah shall establish thee in holy people as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Shah and walk in his ways. All right, so when we come back into our fullness of the new covenant, whenever the Lord changes our bodies, you see, we're gonna be we're gonna be levels above everybody else. We're gonna be perfect, complete, no flaws. And that means that the Lord is going to be with us with everything we do. And the nations are going to see that. Just like you read in the book of Judith, the 6th chapter. The nation, you had that one heathen that told the king. He told that king, hey, man, if you attack them, I believe it was the Persian king. He told that he's the Mede or a Persian king. He told him, that king, that, hey, man, don't attack him right now because the Lord is with him. And the rest of those other nations he had gathered up with him, you know, he decided to go ahead and do it anyway. But the heathen warned them. You see, and they're going to have that fear instilled in them because they're all going to see it. All right. And they're going to be seeing it that 1,000 years. So they're not going to come against us anymore. Let's read it. This is the point right here. Verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai. You see, we're the Lord's people. We have his power and they shall be afraid of thee. All right. So they're going to be afraid. That's one of our blessings. These nations are not going to try and come up against us ever again. All right. Now let's get another scripture proving that point. This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25 and read to 27. It reads, but that which ye already have, hold fast till I come. This is one of the letters to the churches. The Lord was exhorting. You see, the Lord was gave revelations to John the Revelator. Verse 26, and he that overcometh, so that's the person that endured to the end and keeping my words unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, right? We're gonna have that dominion over all these nations. What does it say after? And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and the vessels of the potter they shall be broken to shivers, even as I received in my Father. So we're gonna completely jack those nations up to the point where they're gonna not have no way of even rising up against us. Our power is going to be fully manifested over everybody and everything. You see, back to the way it's supposed to be. All right. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in these days of these kings shall the God of heaven, the power of Yahweh Bashem Shai, set up a kingdom, a dominion, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom that shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. This time on when Yahweh Shai returns. He's going to be that stone that breaks the bottom of that big statue that had all those kingdoms on it. Yahweh Shai is going to come and smote that image, man. All right? And these nations are going to be broken down to the point where they know that they're never going to raise back up again, and they're going to be okay with that. I want to get this last one. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 14. And there was given him dominion. This is talking about, let's read verse 13. Daniel 7:13. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven with the chariots, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. He came before the Most High. Verse 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people and nations and languages should serve him. They're gonna be serving, ministering. Right? It says in his dominion, his royal power or sovereignty is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, which means they're not going to think they can come against us. And his kingdom that shall not be destroyed. They're not going to come close to even coming against us. They're not going to have the power to. They're going to be completely subjected. Let's go down here. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever. Possession. It's not going to be challenged. All right. You see? But that's the point I wanted to go into, man. The kingdom, the dominion of the Lord is going to be everlasting. It's not going to be challenged. All right. But anyways, Lord will, this was edifying. I'd like to end it off by saying, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, root, teach well, shalom.